right, welcome to another edition of the Mac and Moose Show. We are recapping week 3, as well as going to week 4 and have a guest today. So, got a jam-packed show. Mac, how we doing tonight?
Doing well. A little hungover from last night. Went to that Greta Van Fleet concert, but
Nice.
ready. I'm ready to did a lot of research today and ready to put on another good show.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. So, I think we're gonna jump into it. Like I said, we have some guests. Obviously, recap week 3 and kind of go from there.
All right.
All right. So, what do we got for our first matchup here?
First up, we got Eddie versus Carter. I think Eddie put up a little bit bigger of a fight than I thought he was going to.
Yeah, so Eddie obviously loses, putting Carter in a really good spot going 3-0. Eddie drops to 1-2, but yeah, kind of recapping this game, it was interesting because Eddie sold about half his team this week, which I'm sure we'll go over when we have him on today. He is our guest. Um, but yeah, he put up a pretty but when you get 48 points from a quarterback and then 25 from the other, even though the rest of Carter's team kind of was quiet, very hard to overcome. So,
Yeah, it was. Sorry, trying to get our uh, guest lined up here.
yeah, no
No,
problem.
I
I
think
can
it's
go
gonna
ahead.
be crazy when he giving away everything. Like you said, I've got a little something for the game of the week too, and we're going to talk about that. But next score, we have Justin versus Logan. Wow.
Yeah, this was it was kind of like watching Iowa play Purdue on a Saturday morning around noon. It was if there was such thing as punts in fantasy football, there would have been a lot of punts in this game. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
I
Um,
I mean, either team, if they would have played anybody else, I think they would have gotten the L. But unfortunately, Justin takes the only L available in this matchup and
yep.
goes 0-2,
Yep. I mean, we'll talk about standings
0-3.
obviously, but Justin is in a lot of trouble, and I'm not sure if you've gone down this path, but I have a little bit to kind of reach out to him. Typically, people in his position become desperate for trading, and I did reach out to him and said, what are your thoughts on coming up with a trade? And he told me, and I quote, "I'm riding with my guys." Now, this was before his team put up a 52 point week. So maybe he's changing his mind. But yeah, Tom Brady is not getting it done. And then Matthew Stafford is also looking like he's regressing. So Justin's in trouble. Uh, as we talked about with a trade, Eddie made it was with Logan. I think Logan dominated that trade. So I think you got to look at Logan as a team that is getting better and better as the years going on. So good win by Logan, and Justin's in panic mode if I was in his shoes.
Yeah, it's looking like that, but we're also seeing, one getting Logan getting rid of Matt Ryan is huge, but is Carson Wentz going to be the guy? Is he going to continue to get it done? That yeah, obviously it's starting to show his true colors here, and it's bad.
Yeah, yep. It's a team that, like I said, is not exactly loaded with all stars by any means, but Logan's kind of done trades here and there to make it better. And then on the flip side, Justin, I would be kind of shocked if he doesn't make a move here in the next few weeks to try to overcome what is becoming a pretty easy road for him to end up in the shadow realm game, or at least getting close to that. So
Yeah, that's it's going to be a tough one. Um, Next was ours. I
uh,
somehow
yeah,
snuck it out. I'll take it. Going for 1-2 here. It was a battle there. I really thought CeeDee Lamb was going to actually pull that off. I think if he would have made that one catch going down the side, he probably would have scored on that touch or on that pass, but he dropped it, and that would have
yeah,
been the game.
Yeah, congrats to you, Mac. Well-earned win. I kind of fell behind projection-wise early on Sunday and never could get my team close enough to kind of overcome some of my early week, early Sunday issues. My running backs didn't do anything. DJ Moore is a huge problem. I will say you traded me Kyle Pitts, and that kind of has helped. Although I think it obviously wasn't enough, and Rogers kind of did enough, and then you had AJ Brown. It was kind of
It,
his coming out party. So yeah, I
yeah, it
mean, you
was
just kind of did it with consistency. So congrats on the
yeah,
win for sure.
it was nice having AJ Brown when, T Higgins going down and then Stephon Diggs is only getting you 7 points. That's tough. But
Hey
yeah,
Mac,
no, it's
I have some breaking news. Aaron Judge just hit his 61st home run.
uh, oh, they're playing it right now.
Yeah,
Of course, I'm on the show and it happened.
that's pretty
Let's
crazy.
go. Nice. Let's
So yeah,
go. So,
wow.
yeah, I ended up pulling it out, but we'll see. We got a tough matchup next week, but Andrew Walterbach putting on a show here, putting up
Oh yeah.
144. The boys look strong.
Yeah, he needed a win very badly to avoid an 0-3 start, and his team kinda came out and, he's definitely got a team that's, I think gonna continue to get better. He's also someone that made a move last week to improve his team, and, I definitely like kind of, the makeup of his team, and, he's kind of, I guess, gonna ride out quarterbacks until Deshaun maybe comes back. So that could be something that if he does find himself in a playoff position, he'll have a boost from Deshaun. And then on the flip side, Josiah, started 2-0, lost this week, but still put up a respectable 107. Joe Burrow kind of came out of his slump, and
Right.
I think for Josiah, if he can find out who his receivers are, and then the one thing I think is pretty unique with Josiah's team that I've kind of been monitoring is having Zeke and Pollard on the same team. Obviously, you would think is that a handcuff situation, but it's almost becoming they're basically splitting the duties and kind of on the field at the same time, so they're hurting each other's value. Or could he? And I think Josiah did this last year with the Browns running backs. He started both Chubb
Yeah.
and Kareem. Obviously, he's not going to bench Chubb, but on a bye week situation, or if he traded Chubb or whatever, he could always go with the Zeke Pollard duo, so to speak. And I think that would be,
I
I
don't
mean, you look at this week, 13 points for Zeke and 12 for Pollard. I mean, that's 20 plus points from a backfield. I think he'd take that. So
yeah, that's a nice little run game there. But yeah, I think if he figures out that wide receiver matchup here, he's going to be pretty dangerous.
yep, absolutely.
But so next we got up Kyle versus Mitchell. Mitchell putting up some numbers too, and Kyle, I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
It was a good showing for him this week.
Yeah,
St- Still
Mitchell
0
moved.
3,
Yeah,
but a good showing by everybody.
yeah, and Mitchell moves to 2-1. His team had some pretty big performances. He had almost his entire team in triple digits, and I guess the scary thing, double digits, excuse me. The scary thing for him is Jonathan Taylor has kind of been average, if that, and
Right.
his team's 2-1. So if he figures it out, you look at his receiving core: Adams, McLaurin, and Cooper. Man, that's three. Especially Cooper. I'll be honest. I thought he reached on his draft of Cooper, but it's definitely shown that he made a great decision. And then he's got Allen Robinson on the bench and Damian Harris, so he's got some depth there. As far as Kyle's concerned, he's just gonna kind of try to find a way to stack a win or two in here and avoid 0 and
Yeah.
4. But I mean, at least he can kind of build upon a pretty solid week from some of his guys, and hopefully moving forward he can get similar production. But yeah, he's definitely gonna be like Justin fighting for avoiding shadow round.
Yeah, and any other team that Kyle plays, he's basically getting that W. It's just unfortunate he's
Yep.
playing a team that ended up putting up 138.
Yep. Absolutely.
And then our game of the week, Bill versus Teddy.
Yep.
Teddy taking that win, baby.
Yeah, so I believe you and Josiah predicted that. So congrats on that. You're making a lot of wins this week, Mac. Beat
I know,
me the game, and then as we're talking, Judge hits his 61st. So it's all coming up, Mac.
but
This week.
it's going to be tough for Teddy here next week. I know Christian McCaffrey. I know I said he wasn't practicing today.
David Montgomery.
Sterling Shepard going down. He's got some. He needs
Yeah,
his
Montgomery
quarterbacks to
got
keep
hurt.
going. David Montgomery's going down.
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
going to be a tough little road here.
Yeah, Teddy's 3-0, and it seems like Teddy's just like that. Him and Carter are just again very consistent each and every week. So, they just find a way to, good programs find a good way to a way to win, games even when their team's injured. And Teddy's done that. And I think Bill, just had one of those weeks where, when Tua and Russell combined for 21 points. Tough to win, so he's gonna have to kind of regroup. But yeah, I think both these teams have a bright future ahead and playoffs on their mind. So
Yeah. All right, now for some standings. Pretty even
yep,
across the board here.
yeah. It doesn't show it on that screen, but I was kind of looking at percentage points to make the playoffs, and a few things stood out. I'm 1-2, yet somehow I have a 50% chance to make the playoffs, which doesn't make much sense, but I guess that's good for me moving forward. Whereas Kyle is 0-3, has a 13% chance. Justin 0-3 has a 16% chance, and then our 2-3-0 teams have 85% chance to make the playoffs. So it's still early, but man, it's kind of
Yeah.
crazy that some teams have already kind of put themselves, at least according to ESPN, in a pretty good spot. But I don't know about you, Mac, but I would say like week 4 and 5 is when I think the standings really kind of begin to,
You're gonna
you
find
know,
you're gonna find out where you're gonna be in the pack there and try to
yeah,
have to work up from there.
absolutely. So
All right, so we looks like we do have our guest finally approaching here.
hey,
There he
Eddie, what's
is,
up? Oh God,
What up, boys?
what's up, Eddie? How we doing?
the team formerly known as Lon Herbert.
What does that mean? Does that mean there's a trade coming
Name
in?
lad. Traded T-Law the Logan. Gotta take him.
You got what?
Traded away one of my quarterbacks, the Lolo. Take him
Oh,
out of my.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. So how you feeling about the team so far?
I don't think I have any playoff chances in these next couple weeks. I'm down in it. I'm not going to get Kyle early. It's going to be later in the season. While he's going to have definitely drafted somewhat. I'd say don't really.
okay, Eddie. I think we're gonna have to boot you quick and maybe try to jump on again. It's kind of hard to hear you, so we're gonna go ahead and try to reset that. While he does that, I think Mac, you came up with a little thing,
Oh
a
yeah,
little
we're
new
gonna
segment. Let's
a
go ahead
little
and
new
do that real
segment
quick,
for
and then
called
yep,
Moosing Around for my man.
yep. All right, thanks for that, Mac. That's looking good. So, in return, my moosing around segment this week is kind of dedicated to you. Obviously, you're retiring. You ended up beating me this week, so I thought it was only fitting that I kind of returned the favor and gave you a little bit of a present. So my gift to you tonight, Mac, is, I know when you're retiring, you're going to have a lot of free time, and sometimes people very well. You talk to people who retire and they end up becoming a Walmart greeter because they're so bored. So I came up with a list of a handful of things that you can go ahead and fill your free time
Oh,
with
nice.
here. So I did some research. I thought about it. So I'll kind of just read off the list, and feel free to take any of these and come away for the next few years. So number one is baking. I feel like that's a fun hobby. You can cook, you can bake some cookies, cupcakes. I think that
All
would
the
be great
edibles.
for you. Edibles, it plays right into that. Not to
Sounds
mention, you could always make, Sunday treats and still come over and watch the games with us and kind of be a part of the league that way. So one idea I had was baking. Another idea that would kind of keep you kind of in the league, but not actually in the league, you could kind of become Carter's vacation planner.
Oh,
He seems to struggle when he goes on vacation to set his lineups. So you could kind of not only help him plan his vacation and get him out to his destination, but also when he's away on vacation, you can kind of help monitor his team. You can kind of be his co-manager for that week.
I love it.
Another idea, something that's become very popular, it seems like, is pickleball. Stay active, get out there, play in a pickleball league.
You're
Some of
gonna
our league members do that. So again, just another way to, although you won't be a part of the league, you could maybe make your own pickleball league and keep in touch with league members that way.
There we go.
A few more. Another thing that could, again, kind of keep you close to at least one member of the league was you could be Logan's assistant. He struggles to put things on his calendar. He's missed drafts. He's mistaken weekends where he's the best man in the wedding. So you could kind of sit down with him maybe the start of every year and just kind of plan out his year, and then month by month kind of stay on top of him to make sure that he makes the draft and other important events in his life.
I liked all the other ones. I don't think I'm gonna take that one.
Okay. Yeah, I got two more. Okay, the other one is, I know you currently don't have any kids, you and Jess, but maybe one way you could kind of fill that void is become a foster parent for whoever gets shed around. You know,
Ooh,
you might miss the league at times. I'm sure you won't miss the daily stuff like the fighting, the group chat when it goes off, but you might miss certain things here and there. Just like the person who gets shut around will miss the league in certain aspects. So you could kind of bring that person in each year. So this year it'd be Deeds. You could bring him in, feed him, clothe him, have deep talk with him about how it's going to all be okay. And the nice thing is each year you'd get a new foster child, and again, it would kind of keep you involved in the league to some degree.
I like it.
Um,
I
and then my
like that
last
one.
one, this one has nothing to do with anything, but maybe you just become a car guy. Become a guy that works on cars, buys cool cars. I don't know. That's just kind of a random one. We don't really have a car guy in our group, so maybe you just become the
Maybe
guy that drives, cool sports cars and old muscle cars. So
there we go. Oh, I got to sell my wife's car first before
yeah,
before I can afford any of those. Looks like we do have Eddie back. I thank you for that. I love
yeah,
the moosing
absolutely.
around segment. It's great.
Eddie.
No.
Oh boy.
Still,
Any better?
I think it's
Try to change up
I think
the
connection.
microphone.
there you go. That might be a little bit better.
Okay.
Coming through pretty clear on my end.
So we can hear it's kind of choppy.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll
Let me try to
we'll
move closer.
to like the internet. Okay. So Eddie, while we have this going, you made a pretty big trade this week, so let's kind of start off with that. Give us your thoughts, because I think most of the league, including myself, I'm not sure about Mac's feelings, but think that Logan won the trade. So just kind of walk us through your thoughts on why you decided to make that move.
Week that I was trying to diversify my play. I drafted 2 Seahawks players. To separate that a little bit, talking back and forth, and that.
This is tough. We're still having Mac. Is it tough on your end?
I
Going in
can't
and
hear
out?
much. It's like you're going in and out. It's just kind of waving.
Damn.
Can you open it up on your phone?
Yeah, good idea.
If you just go to that email and then just click on that through your phone, it should be able to. It just takes the video.
Should we drop him quick and have him jump back on the phone to
Yeah,
see if that works?
Do
All right,
do it on your phone.
we'll talk to you in a minute. Is there any other segments we can cover as we wait for?
Well, right now, no. We're just gonna go into our games here.
Okay.
We're gonna try to get Logan on too.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let me talk to him and
Yeah, so I guess real quick, I'll add into the fact that for those that haven't been checking the group chat but do listen to the pod, this Sunday we are having I'm having people over starting basically at 9:30 a.m. for the London game, and we're gonna do bagels, coffee, PJ theme, and then for the afternoon we're doing wings. So anybody that hasn't heard about that for the league, you're welcome to join, and we hope to see as many league members there.
getting the wings out. I saw you're going with Dale's.
Yeah,
Getting a
the
little
Deeds
Harbor
hooked it up.
little Harbor Town. It looked good. It looks like some good stuff. Haven't had their wings yet, but man, for $80 for 100, that's really not a bad deal at
Yeah.
all. Let me try to send this to him. This is I feel like this is week 1 problems that we're having here.
Yeah, I'm on video at least this time, but never a dull moment with the technical difficulties. But we'll get it figured out. Hopefully, we get Eddie on and Logan maybe come on too. So
The Judge hitting a 61 today. I love it. It's great. Now it's
who are they
the monkey's
playing?
off his back.
Who did he do it against?
They're playing the Blue Jays.
Oh, okay.
So let me click on this here because this is what Logan wants. But let's see here. Do we have Eddie back yet? No. I love it.
Yeah, I will say too, it was a very slow transaction week. I think the only person to do anything waiver wise was you picked up David Njoku for the
Yeah, I
Browns.
need a tight end.
Mhm.
So that's who I went with. Yeah, Kyle Pitts wasn't cutting it. Gave him to you. He actually did a little bit of something.
Yeah.
And then I had Logan Thomas, but obviously Carson Wentz didn't do anything. Oh, it looks like we did get Logan in, but yeah, Carson Wentz trash. So I just decided I was going to go with Njoku. Seems like that's going to be happening. So now to the show, Logan.
Logan, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh God.
Oh, he's getting delayed
Hello?
too.
Hey.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good now. What's up, man?
All right, just making sure. All right, let's go.
Not much. We had Eddie on, and there was some technical difficulties, so we're hoping the same doesn't happen with you.
Yeah.
So we brought you on.
No,
Oh, sorry. What did you say?
go ahead, Mac.
I was saying we brought you on, so you've got some breaking information here. You're going to be let me pull it up here for you here real quick.
Hey, why are you doing that? Can I?
What?
He's cutting in and out too, Mac. It seems like.
Yeah.
I'll throw it out there.
Oh, okay. Just type it out. I like it.
Shit. We should have gotten
All
him
right.
on. He would have loved that. I hope Bill sees that when he's sitting there with his cats watching this later tonight.
Yeah.
But,
So it looks like I'm not going to be able to. zoom in.
The other thing is Logan is freaking cutting in and out just like Bill was, unfortunately.
All right, so here's the view. So can you walk me through this kind of, what is this piece of magic that you've created? I know it's kind of
Yeah,
small.
so this is my software that or Eddie and I trade. Really, I whipped this up in about. See that top hand that where it says moose? Go ahead and click on that. Go up one. Top left, very, very top to your left there. Yeah.
It's not letting me click on anything.
Anyways, this lets you in all of their teams, and then you take an averaging and the projection. You stacked it up against your team.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. You're gonna have to move out of the basement of a building that you live in.
We're having trouble
Dude,
hearing you. I don't know what's going on today. Both Logan and Eddie can't
So
get
So
Logan,
now we actually have both of them here on the line. Let's see if
see
they
if
can
Eddie's
hear each
working.
other.
Oh, this guy.
What's up, Eddie?
Can we hear you?
What up?
What up, man?
Eddie, start talking so we can tell. What is that?
Spider?
From Goodwill.
Well,
we have you both on, but we don't know if we can hear either one of you. This might just have to be something that we figure out. But Eddie, we asked you, and we got Logan's got this whole software he came up with, which we definitely want to dive into. But we felt like we had you on first before the internet cut out or it wasn't working. So let's go ahead and from your perspective, because everyone, like I said, kind of felt Logan. What was your reasoning for making a move like the one you made with Logan?
To diversify my team a little bit. I had drafted 2 Seahawks players. I was getting a little nervous about that down the road. The Buccaneers performing thus far. Yeah, so I've been shopping them around a little bit. Wasn't getting too many bites. I sent one over to Logan, and I was like, not bad. I definitely kind of think I lost, downgrade a little bit with the quarterback, but I was happy getting the other 2 players.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, and I heard him at least a little bit better, Mac. I'm not sure how.
yeah.
On your end.
It was just a little delayed, but I see that. But my only thing with the whole trade was trading Trevor Lawrence, who just put up a 30-point game for you, and then switching to Matt Ryan. Where was it? Just everybody else that was involved was just a better? Was it just something you had to give up something in order to get some other stuff back? Is that where your mindset was?
Yeah, I definitely had to give up like a double chocolate chip cookies, you know.
Yeah, I guess to Mac's point, I agree that Lawrence is the better quarterback, but I also think Mike Evans has a higher ceiling than Mike Williams. My thought on that was Mike Williams, although he's had a better start to the year, obviously, and Evans has been hurt, is Mike Williams has been doing that without Keenan Allen in the lineup. And once Keenan Allen comes back, it might hurt some of Williams' upside. Now, I guess I never thought about the fact that you now have Williams and Herbert, which is kind of fun. Joe Mixon, Leonard Fournette, that's a very, like, I've kind of gone back and forth on which guy I prefer to have. I think Mixon is the better player, but his offensive line is terrible, and I think Fournette is on the better offense. Not that the Bucs have shown that, but I think once the Bucs start playing better football, they'll give Fournette more touches. So, I mean, you rolled the dice. I give you credit for that because it was you like you mentioned, you had to give up something to get something, and you felt like it helped. So we'll see. But Logan, we're gonna go to you now. With your thoughts on the trade? What kind of made you want to pull the trigger
on this one and not any of the other 50 trades that you have out there? What made this one so good?
You Tories were trying to gouge teams.
Okay,
He's
we're gonna have to have
looking
Logan jump
for-
on his phone because
Yeah.
God,
Logan, you're gonna have to
dial in.
get off on your computer and try it on your phone, bud. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's,
just so yeah, just shoot from your phone.
we'll get you on. So Eddie, we'll continue with you. So the people listening, first off, we're sorry. This
Well, what we
episode's
can
been
go
a little,
through some scores real fast, or
Yeah, let's do that.
upcoming matchups.
let's do that.
This will be our. That way we can have some of those going here. So our week 4 matchups here, maybe me
Perfect.
versus Josiah. That's really not looking forward to that one. I feel like this is going to be another L for me, but might have the top possibility of going 2-2 here. We got Walt going against Teddy.
Ooh.
Some
Two
good
high scoring
numbers.
teams from last week, or Teddy not last week, but projection wise, 2 high scoring projections.
Mhm.
Not bad. That we have Logan, or we have Bill versus Justin.
Ooh, Justin's and I think Bill's team's due for a turnaround, and Justin's, man, that's. Ooh, I didn't know Justin has Daniel Jones as his backup quarterback. That might be a trade bait. He might want to trade one of his 3 quarterbacks. That's interesting. Sorry, keep going.
Oh, you're fine. No, and then so then we got Carter versus Kyle. I think that one's we all know the answer to that one.
Yeah, bro.
And then we
Come on,
have
Carter.
Mitchell versus Logan. I think that's going to be another good
Oh,
matchup.
yeah. That's a huge matchup.
And then for our game of the week, it's not because you're both here, but here we go. Game of the week.
Wow. Wow. Game of the week. Didn't see
One,
that.
you're both 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
This was also made before this trade went through, obviously, where the bang keys that
Yeah.
Eddie had to beat you, he just traded away. So-
Yeah, I'm looking at the projections right now, and again, projections don't mean shit, but I'm projected 119. This is the updated 119 to 107. I probably still have some lineup decisions to make because Fields has been terrible and Wilson might play, but game of the week, yeah, obviously, are we picking this game, Mac, or how are we doing that?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to. We can actually, if you guys don't want to pick this since it was for the trade, we could go back and do you want to do we can do Teddy versus Walt.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. It doesn't matter to me.
I think I'm he didn't do me wrong here last time, so I'm going with Teddy again.
Eddie, what's your pick?
I'm gonna have to disagree with Mac and go with Walt. Jen to the realm.
All right.
Whew. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because Teddy definitely has some injuries. Walt is more desperate, I think, to get a win. So maybe his guys come out and play harder. Because obviously they definitely know they're on Walt's fantasy team, and that will get them going. So I'm gonna go ahead and agree with our guest Eddie, and I'm gonna take Walt to upset Teddy.
All right. So currently, with that last week loss from Bill, looks like Matt goes down. The Moose Man goes down 0-1. Logan, I'd have you in here, but you were
I think
last
Logan
second
said he's
asked,
back. Do you
and so
see
now
Logan?
he is back. But yeah, we're looking
Okay.
forward to the next one. Here, let me bring old Logan back in now.
Logan.
Yes, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. All right,
Yes.
we're gonna jump right into it because we've kept the people waiting. So
Yeah.
we have a software that you've come up with. We're not sure if we'll get it on the screen, but regardless, I want you, Eddie kind of broke down the deal from his point of view. What's your point of view on the trade that you made with Eddie earlier this week?
So Eddie, actually, but I get home from work and I see a notification trade. It wasn't terrible. I figured, hey, if he's looking to trade me there, make this work. Really, you guys know I need a Wentz has just been unbelievable. Matt Ryan has just been incredible. And I thought maybe having a win would help out, but a counter and texted Eddie, said, "Hey, there's a shot." He says accepted. So, yeah, go Mixon to not give him that time. I think he had yet more, entire offense, but
You live in the utility closet in the bottom of an
yeah.
apartment building. Like
You-
what?
you
Where the
hear a
fuck
little
are
bit-
you? You have
It's a-
zero service. Your Wi-Fi sucks.
It's a little bit better, Logan.
Where are you? You
It's a
got pipes on your
block.
wall.
It's
Where are you?
bread factory.
Oh, all right.
No,
You
it's a little bit better, Logan. It's not perfect, but we got the majority of kind of what you were putting out there. I wanted to ask too. So you came up with this software, and again, we kind of brought it up on the screen for a moment. It wasn't exactly the easiest to read. So just give us a very brief and general concept of what this software does for you. Is it a daily basis thing you're entering in it? Is it just for trades? Kind of walk us through what this software provides for you as a fantasy owner.
Real brief, it's a case basis. And what I do with him in there, but if I'm looking to trade, I'll put all of his players in the currently averaging, and then what they're, and then I would compare that where I'm at, and then now for my team and their team, how that would affect my points and projected points, and then if it comes off favorable.
So basically, you just made this whole thing and just put in their projected points. And what?
Yeah, that's
I'm not trying to knock it. I'm trying to understand this right now.
And it's tough
Brief.
because every other word is getting cut off. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you have
Basically,
inputs in your past
allows-
trades. I see that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and make an executive decision, Mac. Let me know what you think about this. Maybe we try to get Logan on next week. We'll try to do a better job of getting some of
Yeah,
these
I can do
diagrams
some
pulled up.
I can
And
do
then
some better
Logan, the goal for
screenshots
next week
of it.
is maybe go to like a Columbus public library that has very strong Wi-Fi
Yeah.
and try that because the pipes are in every other word is getting lost in the pipes. So we love you, Logan. We'll see you Sunday, and we'll get you on next week to go over this software and go from there. All right, so Eddie, let's kind of get you going a little bit more on some questions that I had. Mac, let's see if you have any. Eddie, you can give your comments, but yeah. So trade, you're staying at 1 and 2. You obviously flirted with the Shadow Realm last year, so just give us your overall thoughts as we head into week 4.
I'm definitely nervous. Moose Man is not a matchup to be taken lightly by any means. Nervous. We've had some history going back and forth with last year in the postseason. That's kind of a badge of honor on my chest. Get him this week, but I hopefully we'll be able to battle him. I'm probably going to put up a look at Matt's previous scores. He's gone off 1 week. I believe that was week 2. Almost broke 100, but didn't. Week 1 was low 100s, I believe. Only at that about a 103 each week. So that's kind of how I draft consistently, being in the triple digits with low volatility.
Gotcha. Mac, any thoughts you wanted to throw his way?
Well, I did. So what I did was I've been just going around that fantasy website, and your team is the only team that's actually stuck through with where you started off, like when you're trending, where you're trending for your finals, for the standings and everything like that, and you haven't moved.
Hmm.
But it was 11. So do you think that this
That's
trade is going to
traded.
be able to push? Do you think that
Mhm.
that is going to be able to push you up to be? Do you think you have playoff aspirations right now with the team with that trade you guys just made?
I'm not sure if it's realistic though. It honestly just depends on if I get lucky or not. If I can, play low number, then yes, I think I can beat them if they're not going to break 100.
And I think too. I mean, a lot of these guys, it's just got to find them on some bad weeks here. I mean, some of these guys, you see Kyler Murray not put up as many points as he did just because he was rushed a lot or anything like that. So it's kind of the luck of the draw with the guys you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So Eddie, based on a lot of the previous conversations that you've made public to the league and our talk today, it seems like you're very analytical. You look at things like, I'm averaging these amount of points, so therefore I'll do this. And I think it's a trend that's going on in okay. Or you have the Magic 8 Ball. Is that how you decide to make trades now? Is the Magic 8 Ball? But yeah, it seems like you're.
8 ball, coin flip.
Logan took some outside consulting, so you thought you
Yeah.
take some on too.
So yeah, I mean, so is it analytics or is it the 8 Ball? Or I guess how do you make these decisions? Because it's interesting that you kind of look at everything very analytically, and unfortunately, it's not led to success. So I mean, at what point do you kind of maybe buck that trend? And maybe here's a crazy thought: you come watch every game on 4 TVs, Red Zone. You get to watch all these different games instead of sleeping or whatever you do on Sundays. Maybe it would allow you to actually intake football and see it from, that type of perspective rather than just look at the numbers on Tuesday morning when your hangovers finally, went away from the week before.
Get that valid point. Yeah, I'm watching it here on Red Zone, so I'm only getting the highlight. I'm definitely not seeing each game play out play by play, but the numbers don't lie. Basically, this is like fantasy. It's based off of numbers. It's a code. Full most understanding about how football goes for a guy to get a touchdown and win a matchup.
Well,
So are there any front runners of this league right now that you really don't look forward to playing?
Walter, two that come to mind. Logan possibly improved from the draft.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think you've made your like I said, you made your information known that you're a numbers guy, and numbers don't lie. And right now it's showing that you have a pretty low percentage, I guess, chance to make the playoffs. So is there anything on the I'm looking at it right now, your playoff percentage is 26%. Is there anything you have coming up to change that, or how are you moving forward in the week 4 of the fantasy season?
Yeah, good question. I need
Thank
to trade DK. I need to get Lockett off my team. I need to switch them up in the future. I'm probably not going to be looking to trade Herbert, but I mean, if it gets to the point of desperate past week 12, then that will be an option definitely on the table.
Perfect. Well, Eddie, we appreciate you coming on. You were great through all the technical difficulties. We appreciate that. And best of luck, although I'm playing you, best of luck in week 4. And maybe we'll have you on later this year. Hopefully it's not for a Shadow Realm matchup, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, bud. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys. Appreciate
Thanks,
you guys
buddy.
having me on as well. Sorry about the difficulties. See you on
No problem.
Sunday. Sitting next
All
to you.
right. We
Sounds
understand.
good. All right, Mac. Do we
All
have
right, here
anything
we go.
else to go over, or where are we at? I know we're already almost at
I've
45
got
minutes.
Yeah, I've got nothing else there. We're going on about minute 45 here, and I think it's time to just wrap her up and go cheer on the Yankees.
Yeah. Again, everybody. Hopefully, I know this was some technical difficulties, but hopefully you hung in for this episode, and we'll be better for next week. And
We're
that's
gonna
all we
break
can
down
do.
Logan's. We're gonna break down Logan's spreadsheet of how he's
Yeah.
gonna win the league this year. So, looking
forward
forward
to
to that one. I might just try to look this over for a week and see what he's got going on here. But
Yeah,
besides
maybe he just
that,
give away all his answers to you, Mac.
yeah. Peace
All
out,
right,
buddy.
see ya.